again with another episode of Love It to Shove It. Hello, everybody. And we are here in the studio, Irina Portnova, with my co-host, Bruno Gel. And we have Dina Alexander as our guest. And today we are going to be talking about awakening Aphrodite. And Dina was on one of our episodes a few episodes ago. But Dina, just give us a little bit of the intro because not everybody was watching that episode.
Yes, thank you for the invite. It is an honor to be part of your audience. From Aruba, I'm a personal coach. I'm a relationship coach and a sex coach from Aruba. And where is Aruba? It's on some maps, world maps. It's a dot on top of Venezuela in the Caribbean. We speak, the majority of the islanders here speak 4 languages. So I coach in 4 languages. So we speak Papiamento is our native language, a little bit of Portuguese, Spanish, a little bit of Dutch. We speak also Spanish, English, and Dutch.
Woohoo! Multilingual, how cool.
Yes. And today we are going to touch a little bit of the Aphrodite, but the ones that use yoni eggs. So we're going to talk a little bit about that today. I'm going to share a little bit for the women and a little bit about, men also need to train their Kegel for better erection and to be more powerful, I think. So,
you know what comes for me? Can I just share? Like Aphrodite, I obviously, like the goddess of love, of sensuality, right? Of the beauty. And what comes for me, it's like a lot of times we, as women, we are not actually showing our side of goddess, right? Because by the society, we are all kind of being looked upon like, woman is more like, the mother, the wife, right? And nobody really talks about the feminine energy and how powerful it is, right? So it's great to bring us back home and just like really explore that and see, where is that sexual energy is coming from and how important it is. Because remember, as we were talking before, that sexual energy is the creative energy. And that's exactly what helps us to navigate in flow in our life and actually attract the best in our life. And Toby, hello, and it's great to see you with us.
Yes. I love Toby. Last time Toby was also here.
Welcome. Yes, she's always with us. Her presence is just like, we are all connected.
Yes.
Yes. So, sacral centers, sexuality and creativity. Yes, Toby.
To add on a little bit on what you just spoke, yes, I think women, we are all goddesses. So when I speak to a lady, I call them goddesses because we have superpowers. Okay, but a lot of us do not know who we are, and that's why those superpowers stay dormant. And some of us die with these superpowers without sharing, without even knowing we had them. Okay, so I think we women have different stages, and that becomes a stage where we need to share and guide younger women to the next level. Okay, that's why 5 years ago I opened up my own business to guide relationships and women to the next level and to stay goddess, even though you became a mom, you have a husband, or you went through changes in life, you need to stay that goddess, that Aphrodite. Okay, so and if you look at cultures, different cultures, Some of them, they don't live men and women. That they live, the men will go and hunt and do their stuff, men's stuff. But the women, they stay with each other and they take care of each other. They, if you have a small child, your lady friends will help you take care of the child, will help you wash clothes, your home. We as women need to go back and have community that take care of each other. That's how I work with my community. Okay, I have a community, and we do things together to keep that Aphrodite energy high. Even though you are a mother or a pensioner, or you have some kind of cancer, you can stay in that energy. Yeah, that's what.
You know what? Can I just add? It's so beautifully said, Dina. What I wanted to add is, men actually feeding off of our feminine energy, and it gives them the drive, it gives them the power to thrive. But women can only feed off women energy. And that's why it's so important, like you said, like the men would go out and do their own things, and women come together. Because even nowadays, like people, women creating these women circles, because we do feed off from each other energy, and the way we actually be able to fill up others' cups, like each other cups. Nobody can do that.
Yes. And I'm going to add on, Arena. When a woman comes to me, or a man, because I'm dating, and I see that, or I hear that we are going to share the cost of the restaurant, or I tell him, no, I don't share. Because the energy that you are feeding off of me, you will get
Totally.
it.
Totally.
We women should start valuing ourselves. So
Absolutely.
It's not that I'm materialistic. I know who I am. Because after being with me, you'll go out and do stuff that maybe you never did.
Oh my gosh, I just love it, and a lot of men don't have any, conscious idea about it. So when they're like saying, oh, why do I have to pay for her? I'm taking her the first just for our presence, just to keep you the company. Because like I said, on energetic level, whatever exchange is happening, there should be some kind of equal exchange. It can't be always women have to put out everything, right? It has to be equal. It has to be in balance.
Yes. So that's why I brought these eggs. So I have one amethyst, and this one is an obsidian, and this one is a rose quartz. Okay, these are yoni eggs. They were used. These are very old tools, Kegel tools, but these are not only Kegel tools. They're holistic. There's a practice, especially for yoni eggs. So this is this practice is more than 2,000 years old, and it was only shared or taught to women, or the queens, or the concubines of the kings. Okay, it was not being shared to normal women on the street or mid-class women. No, but nowadays the women are seeing that using the crystal in their vagina, in their life force area, their chakra 2 area, it provides an extra energy, because these crystals are alive. So it's not something that I'm saying. I tell everybody, look, you shouldn't believe what I say. I just plant a seed, go do your homework and test it out. It will not hurt you. Yeah? So I tested out myself 5 years ago when I started all of this. And I was amazed. These these stones, um, stones do speak. You just need to learn how to listen, and they become your friend. Okay, because when they talk back, they are very loud. Okay, when they help you out with your energy, they are very loud. It enhances the sound that you already are hearing, but they are enhancing it. That's the how they work. So for men cannot use these eggs, but they do have butt plugs, crystal butt plugs. Because I say to men, if you want to sit with a crystal in that area, you can use those butt plugs. And Irina is laughing. Why are you laughing? It's in your chakra too.
God.
And it's normal.
No, she's laughing about what Toby said.
Sorry?
She's laughing about what Toby said. She's laughing about what Toby said. Read what Toby
She
said.
said, I better not try them because I don't need any more power. Because Toby is like, filled with the energy, right? But
No,
Like she's like, yeah.
I still want to try because I believe there is like, it's always whatever is new is always interesting, right? And to see where it's going to take you.
Sorry?
And to see where it's going to take you.
Yes. I don't think it gives you more power. I do think it balances out where the shadow work is never ending.
Totally.
So I think that's the part that it will contribute to help you. I don't think it will give you more powers. I don't see it like that. I think the shadow work, Bruno's laughing. It will help you in that area. That's how it helped me. The first one, my first egg was, I couldn't wait. I was reading on eggs, yoni eggs. So I went to the store here on the island and I bought, without knowing that it had to be certified and real stones. So I bought some eggs. It was very light. So I inserted it, it went in and it went out. So then I started reading again, and my egg came from the United States. These are from my country, from Tiffany. This lady polishes the eggs herself, and it is certified for it not to harbor any bacteria. Okay, because these can be cracked and it can harbor bacteria. So it needs to be certified. Just don't do like me and go out and buy the first egg that you see. Okay. So when mine reached the island, I got I think a nephrite jade. Yeah, that was my first nephrite jade. And I washed it. I inserted it. You insert it like this, not like this, because if you put it like this, it will punch the cervix and it will give you pain. It will be very painful. So you need to insert it like this. So when I wanted to insert it, it won't enter. My vagina was like this.
Tight.
It did not accept it. So I had to
Were you
carry it.
tense?
Sorry?
Were you tense? Like, were you nervous? Were you tense?
No. Let me continue and let me explain.
Yeah.
These crystals do communicate. So you need to let it get an
Connect, right?
Get an okay from your vagina, and a way that you can get that okay, that connection, is by wearing it for a couple of days or hours until you get an okay, because you'll feel it. So that's what I did. So I placed it in my bra for a couple of days, and I walked around with it. And one day I was sitting in front of the TV, and I got a feeling like, hey, now you can insert it. So that's what I did. I inserted it, and it went in. Look, a very logic person will tell me, you were just tight. But I know who I am. It spoke to me. And that's how I started my journey with the egg, and it speaks. So now I'm giving these trainings every Tuesday night. I give it to a group in Holland through online, and I give it to a group in Aruba online. Eventually in US also. I'll see with you guys later. I only have women, but Kegel training are also for men. It corrects the erectile dysfunction. It helps you out with. It's a holistic practice. So it's connecting your breathing technique with your Kegel exercise. So you stay relaxed, etc., etc. Oh, someone says hello.
Yeah, hey Miriam, it's great to see you. Awesome to see you, dear.
So that's a little bit about Yoni Egg and my experience. My clients, what can I say? I have clients that have prolapse. That's when the pelvic muscle is so weak that the organs start to come out. So the bladder. Please stop chewing. You see. I'm sorry. I read it up loud.
Rona, come on, pay attention. Stop eating
I'm sorry.
during the show.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
God.
I said it up loud.
Real life.
Right.
It's all,
That's right.
that's the real life. That's the reality show, right? No censors.
Yes.
Oh,
that's
my
that,
Lord.
yes.
Sorry, continue. That's life.
Yes, that's life. So in 2 weeks, my clients did see an effect that they started not peeing their panties, because it started to become
More tight.
more tight. And I do teach squirting. Last time we had it's all about the sacred side of squirting. So before teaching the squirting tools, I do recommend training the the pelvic muscle, because these are the muscles that squirts the water out of you.
Interesting. You know what? I
So
have a
cool.
question.
Tell me.
So I see the different sizes of the eggs. Why do we have different sizes? And you know what like really scares me? What if I put one in and can't take it out?
That's a good question, and I get the question every time. I have a large size and I have a medium size. I don't have the small size now because I sold all of them. The large size, usually they start with it, okay? And it's because it's weak and you need to train it, because if you insert this size, it will fall out. Okay, so usually they start with the larger size. And if you held it in your hand, it's the larger, the heavier.
The heavier, yes.
So some of them, you can get them with a hole, okay? And you can insert a floss, okay? And then you can grab the floss and take it out. If you want to, you think you cannot do it by yourself, but this is a muscle, it's a very wise muscle, smart muscle. So it can help you. It can suck the egg in, and it can send it out easily, because it's a muscle.
Yeah,
It's
just
not,
push it out. Yes.
I can push it out. It's the muscle. It's like you got kids, didn't you?
Yes.
You push the kids out, didn't you? So you can push this
Yes.
egg out. So that's simple. It's how it means I teach it. And if it cannot come out, you can either scoop it out or ask your partner to help you
Give
out.
me some help.
And he will gladly help you out.
That's so cool. This is so interesting.
Yes.
You know, I have the niece who lives in Moscow, and she was telling me that she was going for these kind of practices. So when she was saying, you know, like yoni, she doesn't say yoni, she said like egg, right, in our language. And I was like, do they like really, you know, like put the eggs inside? Like I really didn't question her much about it, but it was interesting. Like now kind of, you know, like I have the connection and I have more idea what this is all about.
Yeah, it's an egg. It's really an egg. And in my journey, one time I placed it like this in. So the pointy side, I placed it in, and it was like very painful. And then I took it out and I saw, oh, shock. That's how it's feeling. So the more thicker side should go in. Yeah. That's my experience with the egg. Up until today, I use it as one of my clients' tools to remain calm, to have a friend, to manifest what you want, create what you want, because it's in your creation area. This is the tool that I use, and I teach women to use it.
Yeah, there are so many benefits of it, right?
It's not only to train the muscle pelvic to keep the penis happy. No.
Right? We're working for
like
ourselves. We are working for ourselves first us. First the benefits for ourselves.
Yes, yes, yes.
That's beautiful. Okay, Bruno, now ask any questions, because we were like kind of having the dialogue and you're just there on the side.
I'm listening, I'm learning. It's very important to learn this stuff, right? Like it's important. Right?
You know what? You want to keep that.
Just reading what Toga says.
Yes.
Well,
and I tell every woman, if
that's
you
a part
are,
of, that's a part of the process, right? That's
if
part
you
of
become older or maturer,
Totally.
the more you become, it's good to have these kinds of tools, because you'll be tighter. Even though you're at your 60, 70, you'll be tight as a 15 years old girl.
How
It's
cool it is, right?
And you know something, I think like it's like I think women need this. I think like relationships need this, because like the worst thing that can happen to a person, men or women, but especially women, is like being content. Like being content, like it sucks. Same thing every single day, right? I mean, no, like just, you know, like there should be something new and magical, right? That should happen, right? I mean, it's important.
Yes, they ask me, can I insert the egg, the crystal, and have sex with my man? Insert it and check out what he does. Bring some fun.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Expand your consciousness.
Yes, why not? He'll be laughing, just like Bruno there. So I tell them, surprise, have fun. There are different kind of crystals. You can double them up and insert them. You can try tighten up your muscle pelvic and squirt.
Yes.
Something that men like. Try something new. I'm totally with Bruno. I
mean, like, look, like, you know, like for me as a man, it depends on the culture, right? Depends on the culture. But from where I come from, in my culture, there is no bigger reward than like making our girlfriend or our wife or just a girl, you know, that you've been with like one time, squirt. Because that's the thing, like it's not that we know how hard it is that it's not that it's hard for a woman to squirt. When a man knows what he's doing and he knows how like a woman likes it and everything, things can go better, faster, and she'll like it, right? But that's the thing, like the reality is this: genetically, men were made to last short as fuck, and women were made to last long as fuck. No?
It's all about training.
Really?
The Kegel training.
No.
Will
Sure.
Sure. Longer. So the music is
Sure,
very loud.
absolutely.
Let me make it a little bit.
You are absolutely right in what you're saying, Dina. But without the training, and a lot of men don't have the training, so they don't last. Simple.
But a woman cannot squirt if she doesn't train.
Exactly. I was thinking about it. It doesn't matter how experienced the man is. I think but even for a man to make a woman squirt, first of all, woman has to know, has to explore herself, to learn how to squirt on her own. If she doesn't have the skills, nobody is gonna make her squirt.
Yeah, and some women,
absolutely.
But listen, don't mix orgasm
talking about
with
men.
squirt. Orgasm and squirt are two different things.
Two different things, absolutely. But I'm talking about men, because a man, because you're talking about orgasm, same thing, not as squirting, but same thing in what I'm about to say. Because a man who doesn't have any training will not make an orgasm either. Simple, neither orgasm, neither squirt. A man who doesn't have training will not make both, and that's what I'm saying. I'm not talking about women. There's two women in here to talk about women. There's one man here to talk about men. I'm talking about men, right? And it's like Dina was saying as well, men without training, they won't be able to make a woman squirt. You're talking about orgasms, well, neither, right? Men without training will not be able to, right? First time I ever orgasmed myself, I lasted 15 minutes. Second time, third time, fourth time, like times increased, right? Because I learned myself, I knew how to stop, right? I knew when to, okay, let's take a break. All right, let me do something, right? Let me do something else here, right? I have about seconds, I have a minute, whatever, you know, like to stop the will to, you know, orgasm. But you have to be willing to learn. You have to be like put yourself out there, right? I think I think a big problem. Toby said, I agree, but personally, I have to orgasm multiple times before I get to that point of even the heightened sensitivity to squirt. Yeah.
True, Bruno. And if I may add something, to educate a sexually educated person, a couple would enjoy each other more than one has to educate the other. And that's the main thing. The main thing, it's not a woman is blessed, because you know what? When a man sees a lot of water on the bath, doesn't mean that the women squirt it. Squirting is really the so when I see pictures like, oh, I can squirt, it's a lot of water. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about really squirting in the face of the man, and it's like, oh shucks, I've never felt this. So I'm really some women, when they come to me, they say to me, yeah, I can squirt, but I can squirt only with my partner. He makes me squirt. So then I know that she doesn't know her body.
Absolutely.
So
okay, I have a question to make you, because sometimes, so this is what usually happens with a lot of people. The man comes in 3 minutes, and you know, she pretends she actually orgasms, and then he's like, did you like it? And then she's like, yeah, did you? And she's like, oh yeah, I loved it, but she didn't like it because she really didn't orgasm, right? She's just saying that to not, you know, damage his ego, which is bullshit, because You will never learn. And if he's not a real man and he cannot accept it, then why are you even fucking him? Right? That's period. Point blank period. I don't care. Right? That's my opinion. Right? And
you want to add something on that?
You know what? I think, you know what? I think you take more experience from the, you know, like girls your age, girls, right? A real woman who knows who she is, and first she has to explore herself. She has to learn how to orgasm herself. She has to learn how to squirt herself before she can expect, you know, that something great is going to be with the partner.
It's not just women my age.
No, but if
it's
she
a lot
doesn't
of women,
know
especially from your age as well, will do that.
If she doesn't know who she is, if she doesn't explore herself, if she doesn't know what gets her high, no partner is going to make her do that. Because you have to know yourself first before you allow somebody else to enjoy that time with you.
I'm going to share with you something that a client told me. And she came to me and she said, Dina, I have a problem. I don't get orgasm so quickly, so easily. So all what she was telling me is that you need to explore yourself more. You need to train the Kegel more. You need to get to train yourself, get more orgasms, to get that motor started. And she told me also that her partner told her that she is the only woman that never comes when he does his stuff. And eventually I thought we recognized that she was the only woman that was very honest to him. And he realized what he was doing was not helping. He was not doing anything, because he eventually, I used Fifi for them to show me where he touches. So the button here, there is no button. The buttons are here, here, and here. So where he was showing me, he wasn't reaching. She could never reach an orgasm. So she was honest. So when you are not being honest to your man and you are telling him that you came and you didn't come, you are like giving a dog a biscuit when he eats your shoes. You will never give a dog a biscuit if he eats your shoes. So why aren't you honest to your men? I didn't come and you're giving me a crappy sex. So go and educate. I'm here, and do your thing.
Totally. I love it. You know what, Dina, there are so many people who need sexual education, and a lot of people are so oblivious. They're like, why do I need it? You know, everything is great in the bed, but you know what? Great has to be always explored and improved, because otherwise it becomes the routine. And otherwise, that's why people are looking partners on the side, because they miss that excitement. They miss that, you know, like adventurous side, right? So it's all about, let's learn who we are and let's learn how to explore and do something different. That's why we have that sexual education. And this is something that was not very available for us. And it's awesome that now everything is accessible as long as you want, right? Because again, everything starts with us. Do we really want, right? Because a lot of times we could say, you know, I would love to have more orgasm in bed, or I would love to experience something else. But then again, you have to be the one who is willing to do something about it. You can't just expect your partner to do, you know, everything for you. You have to know yourself so you can show and teach partner what you like. And so this way, yes, everybody benefits.
And you know that you're talking, Irina, you open up a Pandora box.
That's my job.
So we are human beings. We are no animals. So when we at this age, for example, if I'm with you intimately, I'm not with you for procreation. I'm using that energy to get the car, to get the house, to get the money. We should start using the energy instead of throwing it out there and just for lust.
Totally. Love it.
I love these. That's why I take part in these interviews, because we need to educate people. We are human
Totally.
beings.
And for women who do not know their value, just a wake up moment. Do not sell yourself less. Do not chase after the guys who, like, because our feminine energy is the most powerful energy. The men feeding off from our energy, and they go and they become successful. They can perform at work, they can do whatever. And don't just give it out freely. Know your worth, know your price, and always have your standards. Don't settle for anything less whatever you want in life, because our energy is the most valuable.
Yes, true. Amen.
And again, like, remember we had this conversation, Bruno, at one of our episodes about, like, the spiritual side of sex, right? And the energy. How people, when they go through different partners, they don't understand that they are actually exchanging the energy. And a lot of times you could pick up really bad energy on yourself, because you never know what that other person is dealing with. You could pick up anxiety, stress, all the bad shit, right? So it has to, you have to be very mindful who you are engaging in, like, in intimacy.
Yes, I'm totally with you guys. I love you guys. We are educating people. And Toby, I'm still waiting on your message, because she told me she's going to send me a message for us to talk.
And
Awesome.
it's like, for example, like Irina was saying, right? You were saying, and you were obviously correct, about, like back in the day, right, when you were younger, right, like when you were like kids and stuff, right? There wasn't, like, this wasn't available, but it's like, okay, fine. I mean, you went through that period, but now, I mean, who cares? You're on the peak of your sexuality anyway. So, like, this is literally the best. Like, not only like you're without excitement or not excitement, you would be at the peak of your energy sexuality anyways. And now that you're, you're 50 and stuff, right, or around that age, you're excited. The excitement just increases the desire, just increases the curiosity. All that just increases the energy, the sexual energy. So, like, you're going to be like squirting and orgasming in like ways that you wouldn't if you didn't have all those emotions, like bubbling up, and obviously like pleasure starts in the imagination, right? So, like, you bring that imagination to your brain, and it just blows up, right? So, yeah.
And you know what? The other factor with the age, there is no shyness. It's like you can express yourself to the fullest. You don't give a damn, because life is short. You realize that I want to live today and I want to experiment and explore. So I'm not saying compliments to somebody who can't satisfy me. Like, hello, no. I'm
No
just
way.
gonna be saying the pure truth. Just reality hit with the brick.
And you're great, because now before we started this, I was talking to Bruno, and I was talking about the veil that is being lowered, the energetic veil that you can sense from afar if a person is spiritually will add on to your spirituality in that area. So you need to pleasure me in my spirituality and in my sexuality. Otherwise, I don't waste my time.
Yep.
So a little bit more about the eggs.
Tell us. Yes.
You can have them in different kind of stones, and not all stones can be used, because some of the stones are poisonous. So your vagina walls will suck the minerals from the stones eventually, because it will change color. And only the stones that are certified, you can insert them. And you cannot go in a crystal store and go and buy whichever stone in the form of an egg, because it will hurt you, because the walls of a vagina is very sensitive. Yeah, that is very important. So don't go cheap with these stones. What else? I have
So Dina, tell us where do people buy these things?
I have my own website together with Tiffany. I'm a Sexinista. So at www.enticeme.com, you can buy the stones, whichever size and which stones you want. And if you want to use me as your Sexinista, my name is Love Dragon on EnticeMe. And if you want to talk with me and know more, I have a workshop and I can guide you 2 hours with all the information on your yoni X, how to insert it, how to push it out. The reason why I do recommend it, doctors do provide these stones to women in menopause. These are your tools for menopause. It will because the majority the symptoms during menopause is because of stress, and this is a good way to keep your stress in check. So I do provide that information, and if you feel that click, you can get me at can I share my www.enticeme.com. You can also get me on Tiffany's website, because I'm one of the coaches on Tiffany's website and Sexinista.
Awesome, beautiful. And obviously we shared your website so people can reach out, and your email, so they can contact and like have more questions answered.
Another
All right.
thing.
Yes, absolutely. Wow, this is so educational. Love it.
Another thing that
show us, demonstrate us. How does it really work?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Shove it inside.
Yeah. Sorry.
He's like shove it inside.
Like shove it.
No, it won't go like that. It's a very soft practice. So the majority, some of the coaches that coach how to use yoni egg, they talk about use a lubrication. I don't recommend it. If you are going to use the yoni egg, you need to. I'm going to use this one. You need to take time. If you don't have to take time, leave the yoni egg in his place. Go and do your stuff. So when you have time, and then you'll need to start massaging yourself, taking care of yourself, and then naturally you'll lubricate. Okay?
I see.
With hair, and you'll lubricate, and eventually I'll teach you, if you place it here and with a breathing technique, it will start sucking it. Okay, it will suck it in. If it is strong, it will suck in entirely. If it is not strong enough, eventually you need to push it in. And it's like a tampon, and you'll push it in. You'll use your finger as an applicator, and then you'll need to insert the finger entirely up until the knuckle. And then it's like a tampon. If you leave the tampon in the doorway, it will hurt you. The same with the egg. That's how you insert it.
But you know what? I have a question. With tampon, you have the string to pull it out. With this, you don't.
Yes. So did you have a string to pull the kid out? No, you didn't. You needed to push it out.
Oh, yeah, that's how you train your muscle. You push it, right? You push it out.
So you just squat, and you push, like you push the number 2.
Yes.
And then it will come out. And Dina, if it's weak, you just need to laugh out loud, lol, and then it will come out.
It's gonna come out just from laughing.
Yeah,
how cool it is.
It will just come out. Yes.
Wow.
That's so awesome.
You will never you never be afraid that it will never come out, because from the cervix, nothing can go in. It will never come out if you insert it in your ass.
Uh-oh.
Yes, because it doesn't have a plug.
Yeah, that's why men have to use the butt
butt
plug,
plug.
right?
Because if you insert it in your ass, it will suck it, and then you need to go and
Woohoo! To emergency room.
to emergency room to take it out. Yes. Yes.
Can you shut something up your
Yeah, don't experiment without putting some knowledge beforehand.
Yes.
Yes.
True. I love this session.
Me too. It's just like so much fun. It's just like
I have a question.
Tell
So
me.
we were talking about squirting, and as I was saying before, some men, a lot of men, they have no idea if the woman actually came or not. Some women take that as rude if they don't know that. Other women don't. Could you please advise our male audience what are the 3 signs that a woman is about to squirt or
hold on,
orgasm?
are you talking squirt or come or the orgasm?
I'll explain
Both.
both.
I'm talking about both. Yes. So explain first squirt and then explain orgasm, or the other way as you wish.
Okay, I'll squirting. Okay, look, I do believe that if you have a partner, you'll start go intimate with that partner. It's all about communication. Okay, it's all about communication. Even if you communicate, you think it's perfect, you'll see during the being intimate with the person, there are some other kind of communication, spiritually, body language. So it's all about getting to know the person that you're intimate with. Okay, so some women know beforehand that they're going to squirt. They tell you. Some women, they don't know, but they know they can squirt, and you just feel the water splashing. Some
Yes.
women, you just put a finger and they start squirting.
Yeah.
Some women squirt a lot of water, some women doesn't. It's all about getting to know the one that you're intimate with. Okay, and if she cannot squirt, don't pressure her. Okay, it's all about if you want to teach her. Yeah, you can get in touch with me. I'll have a straightforward program, and she'll need to just train. Yes, that's how I do it. I do believe in rules and regulation, and have a straightforward program. You just need to practice. It's a muscle. So it's all about orgasm. Some women doesn't know even that what orgasm
If
is.
she orgasms or not, right?
Yes. So it's all about getting to know. The men can see it in the face sometimes, in the color of the skin. If they are during intercourse, he can sense muscles contracting. If she becomes wet, doesn't mean that she came. You can feel the tone of her voice. It's all about communication and different kind of. You need to be very aware. You cannot be there and think on football.
Absolutely, right? You have to be present like in everything else. You have to be present.
Oh, God.
Enjoy it, right?
Yes, you need to be present. You need to have the connection, continuous connection. And that's all about, that's a secret.
And you know what I think? The longer you are with the partner, the better you get to know each other. So this way, it's, like it's all about just, because there is a process, the same thing with the dating, right? When you start dating, you communicate, you get to know each other, what everybody likes, what dislikes, right? And the same in the bedroom.
Yes. Yes.
Yep. I feel like because obviously you were saying like don't pressure her, right? And I'll say the opposite. I'll say the opposite. No, yes, but like the opposite of what I was gonna say. In my belief is like make her comfortable, right?
Yeah.
So don't pressure, but make her comfortable, right? Which is the opposite of putting pressure on her, right?
Yes.
Because some women are more picky than others, but women are not men who can have sex wherever they want. right? I mean, they can do that, right? But still, like, you know, like it's never to a point of how men see it, you know, like some women, right? And we cannot generalize, neither we're doing that here. But you know, like obviously, you know, it's important to, you know, like caress your environment, like take care of your environment, like, you know, where you live, your house, make sure it smells nice, make sure like there's fresh air, there's like not a weight inside before like she, you know, like she has like a tension break or something. And you know, like actually, like there's many ways you can show that you like a girl, or even love a woman. Like there's many ways you can show that you love a woman or like a woman, right? And that's the thing, like it doesn't have to be with money. Like this idea that like, oh, you know, like spend money on her, no. Like there's lots of ways you can do that, you know, like, and in this situation of like, you know, like in situations where, you know, like you really want to show her a good time, whatever. Like for example, like I had situations back then where like they were a bit doubtful of everything, and I told like, I just want to give you a good time. That's it. But I didn't say it like this because this sounds like a little bit aggressive or whatever, I don't know. But like, but you know, like I was a little bit more kind, right? And I just told them, look, I just want to kind of like, I just want to show you a good time. That's it. You know, I want to have a good time as well, but I want to show you a good time. And that like, because obviously not every single man would say that to a woman, because a lot of men don't also feel like, they don't feel, you know, much like at ease and in the will of saying it, because they don't even know how to say it, right? So they just come back to their like kind of primal behavior they believe it's more suitable for the situation they are in, when it's not. Because like, I feel like a lot of men also like, they feel that, you know, like what they feel like doing in that situation, they say it's better, but it's not. They just don't know any other way to do it, so they just come back to what they know, which is no knowledge because it's wrong. And yeah, just to try really, and like, you know, Dina was saying, and Irina agreed, Toby and everybody's watching this also agreed, which is, you know, just really like try to have the connection, right? And also always come from a place of understanding, right? Because it's important, right? It's important.
Yes.
Yep.
Totally with you.
Yeah.
It's all about the connection. And if I want to add something, what you just said, someone said, I don't know if it was Irina of you, Bruno, but I do think connection don't connect it with time based, because some connections don't need time to know that there is a connection. Okay, so I'm not telling you to go sleep around. No, that's not what I'm telling you. And if that's your thing and it makes you happy, I'm non-judgmental. I'm just talking about the connection. You don't need time to have that connection. That's all what I'm saying.
You know, Dina, I will argue on that actually.
Good.
Actually, I actually don't agree that's a good thing to do, like sleep around too many times, because there's a lot of women, because that's the thing, you know, like men, women retain a lot of energy, a lot of sexual energy, right? But they also keep, I believe, for life, the energies that are imprinted on them with sexually from other men. So if a woman is like outgoing all times, you know, like during their same menstrual cycle, which is 28 days, I believe, so if not correctly, which is also the same phase as the moon cycles, right? And that's why women are so emotional, because women are connected with the moon, right? Highly, right? 28-day cycles of the moon, 28-day cycle of menstrual period, right? So obviously, you know, like we're made of water. The moon controls the wave tides. Waves are water, right? I mean, Jesus Christ, right? That's why there's so many emotions, you know, bubbling up in different phases, right? Whether if it's ovulation, whether if it's whatever, right? And obviously, I'm not saying anything new. But that's why I argue that, you know, it's not really, in my opinion, only in my opinion.
Okay.
It's not a very good thing that, you know, like women go out and about, you know, and walk around like too much, because
I'm going to to add on what you just said, it depends in your growth as a woman or a man, where you are in your self-growth, that you know there you could be living like what you were telling just now, or you could be living like Aphrodite and using, for example, a crystal to energize that special place that keeps all the energy and inserts it with good energy. There is a book that I'm going to recommend. It's from Saida Desilat. It's a doctor, and it is called Emergence of the Sensual Woman. She teaches women to work with these eggs because she says virginity, it's not that hive, the it's virginity. Oh, it went away. That's my passion.
Okay.
Virginity, it's being young, clean. That's virginity. It's not the humph, the
Hymen. You talking about the hymen?
see that's how it's called in English.
Okay. Well, in Portuguese you call it hymen. So
Yes, it's not that. Being virgin is being clean, pure, and young. And this you should go and look it up in Google, because it's not that hympher. Okay, it's not,
I don't even know. I don't know in English.
yes. So
Toby, look it up. What does
by
it
using
mean?
each time you use an egg, you become virgin again, because you'll become pure in energy, you'll become tighter, younger. That's how you should use an egg. So it depends where in life you are, because if you're using an egg, then the cycles and all those energy will be part of your life. That's how I want to comment on what you just said.
awesome. That's so awesome.
Awesome.
That's great.
Woohoo! Such a great episode. So, any last tips before we say goodbye to that beautiful audience? And thanks so much, Toby. And oh my gosh, I forgot already. Oh my God. Miriam for participating, right? And everybody else who's watching the episode. It's very educational. It's good to know who we are. And it's good to continue exploring because, like I said, we are growing, we are evolving. So we are never done until we are breathing. So
Yes.
keep exploring, see whatever works for you, whatever rocks your boat, right? And just experiment and try. This is something now I have to try.
Fantastico. I would like to thank you guys very much for this opportunity. And every woman has an Aphrodite in her. She just needs to find it. That's all what I wanted to say.
Yes, totally. And continue loving yourself more and more. And always remember that feminine energy is very powerful. It's creative energy, and don't give it out to anybody just because. Keep it, just, preserve it for yourself and love yourself even more. Thank you so much. Woohoo! Great episode.
Thank
Bye,
you.